Well, all right, man. Well, Ulysses, thanks for coming on the show. This is my old friend from years and years and years ago. We were good buddies. We've grown up causing havoc and doing crazy shit. and we had a lot of fun doing it. And I found Ulysses on Instagram and I had to look him up and he reached out to me and I was like, hell yeah, I want to talk to you. So here we are.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, man. As soon as I seen that, I didn't even know you had a channel. And believe it or not, man, I tried to look for you a while back too, but I guess you don't have a Facebook or I don't. So, and me, I'm not into social media a lot. I just you mainly just Facebook and Instagram is rare, bro. So just when I
Oh,
seen that,
really?
I was like, I seen the news channel and I was like, I saw what it was about. I was like, wait a minute, that's what's up. And then I see who ran it, and I was like, what? I remember that guy. I remember him, man. Didn't we set each other on fire one time? I was like, yeah, man, we sure did.
on on
I,
what?
on fire, bro. I'm sure you remember
Oh,
that
yes,
time.
yes, we did set each other on fire. Oh fuck, I forgot about that. Dude, holy
Oh
shit.
shit,
Oh man, I remember that
that was it.
vaguely. Didn't you like seriously catch on fire? I'm
Dude,
I remember you were
dude,
like,
our pants were like,
fuck, like running around screaming. We're like, oh my god, Ulysses is on fire. Dude,
dude, even the neighbor had to stop. I don't know if you remember, the neighbor stopped and like, do y'all need help? Do I call the police? And we were just laughing at each other, bro. That was shit, man.
dude,
Oh
you
shit. We need
yeah,
to catch up sometime,
I
man.
know, man. Well, we're doing it now, man. Fuck it.
Yeah,
uh
yeah.
well,
What, so, hey, do you mind if I smoke a cigarette, bro? I don't know
I
what
don't
kind of
care.
audience and
No,
stuff you have, you know?
no, I
All
don't.
right, cool,
Who
man.
cares?
All right.
Yeah. So Ulysses was like, you dude, you were like almost like the stunt devil. Uh-oh, I'm losing you. Oh, Ulysses is
Dude, I
breaking up.
remember our backyard wrestling moves.
Oh, dude.
Oh man. No
Dude,
way. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, but your screen lagged out, like your picture. I can still hear you though.
Oh shit.
It's okay. Let's just
All
keep
right,
going with the
cool.
audio.
What's going on, bro?
There it goes. Yeah, it's back in. I can see you.
All
So,
right,
dude,
awesome,
I
man. Sorry
remember
about that.
no, it's cool. We were crazy, dude. We used to do backyard wrestling, dude, and I just remember those soccer nets. The soccer nets for the cage, and we're like, okay, to win, you had to climb over the soccer net, dude. We beat the shit out of each other. You remember that?
Oh, dude, that was classic, man. We used to come up with all these atomic sit bomb.
Oh my
Uh,
god, oh, that was your special move.
oh, uh,
Dude, you fucked all of us up with that move, dude.
yeah, man.
Dude, you made every one of us cry. By
No, don't
fucking
let him do it.
dude, you just freaking dude,
Oh
you
man, I
just
don't feel
sit
proud of it, man. Let it be known. I feel terribly bad. Years later, believe me,
dude,
that at some
no,
point in my life,
no.
I decided to repent
You
on that.
you can't feel bad, dude, because we did some crazy shit to you too. You were like we were like torching
I
you
remember, man.
just for a laugh, man. I remember
It was, man.
I remember Martin and
Oh, bro.
I haven't seen or heard of Martin in like 20 years. I hope he's all right, man. But I remember one of the craziest things was when you tried to climb up the like where they do the football, like they go up there and record
Oh,
the football
dude,
thing.
he was literally begging for his life, bro, to me, and I thought it was so funny that he was begging for me to let him live, and I was like, what the fuck? He was like, oh my god, I'm not even kidding. Like, oh my god, and I'm just laughing at his face, bro. I feel really. And right after that, to that insult to injury, I pissed in his brand new shoes, bro. Like I don't even know
Oh
why I
yeah.
did that.
Oh, because he
And he was
was
like, dude,
poor,
my
dude.
parents just bought me this.
Oh, remember he used to sleep on milk crates? Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember his
Dude.
parents got mad at me because I ate their pepperonis. I remember I was sleeping at his house one time, and I ate his dad's pepperonis in the fridge, but fuck, I was hungry, bro. And I was like, that was the only
Dang,
pepperonis we had for the pizza. And yeah, I felt bad. But
dude.
but look, on a positive note on him, I actually did not bumped into him. I did find him in Facebook at one time. And
Oh, really?
the last I heard, yeah, he was in the military. I think he was at some point in the
Oh,
military.
wow.
I don't know what branch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I believe he was in a relationship. I don't know if he was. I don't know
I'm
if he
sure
got
he's
married or
doing
had
good,
kids.
dude. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing fine.
Yeah.
He had a good head on his
Yes.
shoulders. He just
Yeah. Of course.
oh, I mean, we just all picked on each other really bad. And I don't even think it's like that
Exactly.
anymore, dude. Like that was good for us. Like
Yeah.
fighting and throwing each other, like and power bombing each other and having that, like that was good. Like that's just what boys should do,
Exactly.
right?
And
Right.
that you
And
don't see that no more, man. It
I
sucks.
know, I know everything's so PC. They're like, oh,
It's because of this, man. This is the mind control. This is the new age mind control, bro. Believe it or not. Why? Because everybody's attention is like this, bro. Looking at this shit. They're not looking at what's really going on
yeah,
around, bro. Like
they're not even talking to the
sky.
people. Yeah. That's weird that you
Exactly,
say that because
man.
I literally feel the same way. Like I'll be like sitting with my friends. There'll be like five of us. Every single one of them will be on their phone. I'm just sitting there like, okay, I guess I'll just talk to myself here. It's like I like I actively don't want to look at my phone. You know what I mean? It's just I just feel like it's a constant like way just to suck you in and feed you information that you probably don't even need that day. And
Exactly.
it just brings down our vibrations and like, oh, someone got shot. Oh, somebody got stabbed. Oh, there was a tornado. 50 people died. It's like, yeah, that sucks. But dude, what does that do for me? Like, we don't need to take that energy in. I always feel like
Exactly,
it's
brother.
just bad vibrations, man. That's why I try to stay away from that crap nowadays. But because I got enough problems, I don't need to freaking read that crap. And,
Exactly, man. But
go ahead.
go ahead.
What were you going to say?
No, yeah, I was gonna say, man, I really don't follow the news as much because of that, man. Is at the end, I do believe most of it. I mean, because they are facts. It is, news coverage or whatnot to
Well,
back it up.
but you got
But
to
at
be
the same time,
careful. Yeah, you got to be careful with the news, man. Because, like you said, they're manipulating you. Well, how do you think
yes,
we're not watching cable news? It's internet news. It's news on Facebook. It's Instagram news. You know
right?
what I mean? It's Twitter news. It's all that shit. And so they're so like the indoctrination in the way that they can manipulate your mind through stupid articles that some douchebag probably
Yes,
wrote.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
Like I saw this
Like it
article.
trips me out, bro. I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro, but
No,
it
no, go
trips me on
ahead. Go
that
ahead.
topic. It trips me out how people actually like this is how mind controlled like America and the world is. Like they actually make fun and make memes and make jokes about fucking strategy, like
Yeah.
shit that happens like in the world, like about bombs, about fucking aliens are coming. Like, bro, that's fucking real, man. And you're
Yeah.
making jokes about this shit. Oh, World War III. I'm getting ready for like that fucking really could be happening, man. And people are just having fun, having joking about it. But that's how mind fuck. Excuse my language, man. But
No, you
mind
can
fuck
cuss.
they have us, because we are literally, like you said, man. We're being guided and believing into what they want us to see. Because the news, as you said, either if I see them on the phone or on the TV or whatever, or just word of mouth, how do I know that that news is really what's happening?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. It could
always
be
that
100%
stigma.
manipulated.
Exactly. It's always been those little quick blogs or posts when they show us where they actually scripted news events, like even the school shootings that they believe is scripted. That how they've already caught so many glitches that they have the same children showing that they died in two different school shootings. They show the same cops in the same schools in different states. Like at some point, bro, actually, when I first got out, especially because I went crazy into like the technology and everything, because I was out of the picture for good grip.
Yeah.
But I really got into that because it always interests me. Well, not always, but for the longest time, it interested me as far as like how much they actually do control this, man. And just because like I told you, man, I had a very close in-depth look within myself. It more remote and generally about the penal system, the prison system, and the government, specifically how immigration works, man. And bro, I don't want to say they're crazy. They're actually very smart. They're very psychologically advanced on how to fuck you over, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
For sure.
I mean, I literally see how they've used mind games. They've actually like they blackmail you. They use private information against us, stuff that literally is against the law. But just because you're at that point in time, property of the government, they have that quote unquote right to do as they please to make sure they execute your removal and or whatever. That's a whole different topic. But in general, yes, I'm sorry I kind of got it drifted on there, man, but I can definitely speak on the whole like, how do I say that, whole, just having everybody on the same page. They all want followers, man. They don't want nobody to wake up. They want everybody to be asleep.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, I think I'm awake. I think I've been awakened. But to another person's point of view, I'm the brainwashed one and they're awake. So
but you're the crazy one. Yeah.
Right. So I'm the crazy one and they're in the know, but I'm the crazy Trump supporter. But for some reason they're right. And I can say, hey, look, this and this and this is an absolute fact. And they're like, no, you're crazy. They're like, fuck you, you racist. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, they're like, Trump's racist. I'm like, is he really? Because every black person loved him. And, he's done a lot for all kinds of people. And, everyone loved him. You remember the roast on Comedy Central? Snoop Dogg was there. All the celebrities were like, Trump, you're the shit. I wish everyone could be like you. And then Lil Wayne was rapping about, oh, we want to be like Trump and all this shit. It's like, but as soon as he got into politics, I mean, like literally as soon as it happened, what did the news do? They went damage control. They said, okay, we need to make him look racist as hell. We need to say he's a white supremacist. We need to just attack him, full scale. And so that's when the huge divide happened, when they were like, okay, now we know CNN, MSNBC, all the late night shows are all liberals. And then like you had like Fox News and like hardcore shit like InfoWars, where they don't give a shit what you think. They're going to tell you the absolute truth, even though it's hardcore. That's where I usually go, because I want to hear the hardcore shit. Like, I don't want to hear like,
excuse me.
I'm real good at deciphering bullshit. You know what I mean? Like if someone tells me something, I'm like, oh, that's not true. For sure, that's a lie. Or you remember when that Hunter Biden laptop came out? Do you know anything about that? When right before Trump got elected again, Joe Biden's son, I don't know how much you're into American politics, but his son
was at some point.
Yeah, his son's laptop got left at a computer store, and it had him smoking crack on there, fucking strippers, getting jerked off by strippers left and right, being naked in front of his fucking 12-year-old niece, like talking about giving money to like the big guy, Joe Biden, laundering, like all this crazy shit. And 51 heads of intelligence said it was all Russian disinformation. And that is now provable that that's all bullshit and the laptop was real. But that's how they manipulate you. They say, oh shit, the election's next month. We got to bury this crap quick. And so they started banning all those stories on Twitter. And then they started saying it's Russian disinformation and it's all lies and it's a Trump campaign. It's like, dude, if you believe that, you're fucked. Like you're gone. Like you can't.
You're stupid, man.
You can't be saved. If you believe that, you can't be saved, And so that's the key of that. That just, to me, that shows me that they're straight up, they can manipulate you. And even I've probably been manipulated in some way or another, but I'm good enough. I'm smart enough to decipher it, do my own research, check every freaking news article and every other news article that says it's true, the one that says it's not. And then I can discern for myself what's real, and just.
Exactly, bro. And look, and if you're interested in that kind of story, I have one very similar. I don't know if you may or may not have heard of it. It's regarding Dave Chappelle. I'm sure you heard of the comedian Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I don't know if you ever heard that theory that some people believe that the Dave Chappelle that we have today is not the same that it was back in the early 2000s, that he was a clone or he's not the same one. I don't know if you ever heard that theory.
Yeah, man, I get into clones.
No.
You think he's a clone?
Awesome. Well, no. Well, that's one of the parts. But where I'm going with this is because at the same time, I don't know if you remember when Obama was first coming up to be president. Well, this was like around the peak season or peak times when Dave Chappelle's show was booming. Like, I mean, it was on Comedy Central. Everybody was hitting it like left and right, you know, breaking records as far as ratings and everything. So my research after when I started finding out about the clone theory, you know, I started figuring out, well, what happened, because then I found out he would disappeared for a while. That's when they canceled the show, like started going, just started crap. So I started doing my research, man. It's a very intriguing story. If you or your listeners are into this kind of similar thing, really cool to look into. So the story ended up being, or the theory is that at that point in time, because they were trying to prepare Obama to be president, because that's another topic that, yes, the whole election thing is all fucking scam. Everything's already known. Who the fuck's going to be president? They know who they're going to put on that.
For sure.
Again, that's maybe another show we can talk about.
That's like another 10 hours.
So you know, anyway, since they were preparing for Obama to be president, considering how powerful and how many people were actually already viewing Dave Chappelle, and how obviously Dave Chappelle made a whole point of making fun of the blacks, making fun of the whole racist thing and everything. They didn't want that image to point for Obama, because he was going to be the first black president and everything. So that's when the big Hollywood executives, the big Illuminatis, came in and tried to buy control, you know, take control of his show. Because at first he did come up, he started real slow. Of course, you know, once you get attention, the big wigs step in, try to take that control. And they wanted to do that, limit the jokes he did. They wanted to, you know, pretty much limit his self-expression. That's the way he said it himself in some interviews. And there are some interviews where you can tell how they break him down, man, because way different Dave Chappelle from when he started, sort of the process of what led up to that. So the behind story on it is that eventually a friend of his came out, said that the reason that he went to Africa, because people were literally forcing him. They were like to the point to where they need to sign over the rights to your show, or else, you know, first they tried to do the right way, or the easy way, bribing them to, we're going to pay you this much. It will still be Chappelle's show. We just can't do these kind of jokes, blah, blah, blah. He said, no. It came to the point where people started following him. People started like threatening him, like pretty much do it or else. So that's when he left to Africa. They tried to make it seem like he had a drug problem, that he checked himself into rehab, obviously making him seem like the bad one, that he left the show, which he didn't. At the end, he was forced to leave because he failed to abide by what they wanted to do because of that, you know, because again, they did not want the image of a black person to be, with the president of the United States is black, and, you know, he's making fun of the race, and all. They didn't want that. So yeah, man, long story, whenever he came back, he was just different. Obviously then he became all into, you know, going to back into Comedy Central, back into comedy. But that's when he started, even his appearance started changing, his perspective of things started changing, and what else. But again, the main concept of that is the story behind it, that because of who they want there to place as a person of control or a higher power, or however you want to look at the presidency, they will put whoever they want, and to make sure they'll clean it up they don't give that image to that person. So I just wanted to share that little side story, that it actually, now that you mentioned that, it just helps me even, like, that has to be true, man.
Dude, that sounds 100% legit. Like, you articulated that perfectly. That now it makes sense, because you kind of pieced the things you kind of made fit those pieces that I was missing in that story, that of course they did that to him. They offered him a shitload of money and he said no. So then they're like, okay, we're going to do it the hard way. And he's like, I got to get the hell out of here. Dude, you're right. It was probably the Illuminati, all the bigwigs saying, you know, do this. You have to stop. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, dude. I'm not going to repeat everything you just said, but no, I get it 100%. They just, I agree 100%. So that's what they do to like Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert. And
you know about what was the black guy that supposedly was raping women? Cosby, bro. Do you know the theory behind that, also, that the reason why they started tinting his name was because Bill Cosby was actually trying to buy a network, or go into buying a network, and he wanted to change something related to the black race, or in something like that. Like he was not trying to back down some kind of legal debate. I know it had to do with a news network, and what happens when people fail to go by the guidelines that they want, and like, no, you're not going to do this, or you're going to do that. Of course, they're going to make you look like an asshole. They're going to make you like and the worst person ever. And I mean, not to discredit, but R. Kelly, the same similar thing. I mean, I know there's video evidence, supposedly. I never seen it, but I mean, like shit like that, you know, because years later, just to come around, if you notice, there are times when they do bad, then okay, he's back in the spotlight and he's doing good, then all
Yeah.
the way back down again. And that's when it comes to, again, going
that's
into maybe another topic or about the story.
That's the playbook, dude. Like I said, that's exactly what they did to Trump. It's the same shit, you know. It's just the playbook. That's how they do. So these people got so much freaking power, dude. If they can control what you watch all the time, like if you're on your computer or your phone and they can control literally what you see all the time, they got you, dude. They got.
Have you ever heard of the Bilderberger group? You ever heard of them?
The banks, the banking families.
The Colorado Commission, all those groups. There really is a meetings, bro, that that the main corporate CEOs of the biggest corporations in the world meet at least once or twice a year. No more than twice a year. I read that somewhere. But they actually do meet, and they actually do meet in secret. And they're the ones that come up with these trends, bro. They're the ones that come up with the ideas.
Yeah. We're gonna make.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna make guys start dressing with tight jeans now. We're gonna make that the shit. That's gonna be the mode. You know, that's what. Think about it, bro.
Why though? Why they want to do that?
I tell you why, bro. And I know you may think I don't say for sure, but this is my perception of it. I guess I get into this shit, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Because they're trying to make our perception of what is the right sexual orientation, what is the correct. That's why they're bringing into the whole do not discriminate thing. It's okay for everyone to be where they want. It's okay for a man to be a woman. It's okay for a woman to be a man. And you know, it's okay for, like you said, maybe for a grown man to be naked in front of kids. Like they're making trying to seem like that's okay.
It's
they're
all
trying to make that's like normal.
Yeah. I think it all comes down to make it seem like
normal. Exactly, bro. And Disney and all that things, they really are behind child trafficking and all that, bro. I actually seen pages from the dark web with some pornographic shit with the fucking Walt Disney logo watermark on them, bro. I've used the I've used a torrent browser. I've used the Onion. I forgot what they're called. And I've got into the rabbit hole, how they said at some point, bro. But believe that's when I started stepping my pump on the brakes, because you really do come to a point when you start learning shit that you start seeing like what it actually is the truth, but you really don't want to know anymore, bro.
Yeah, that's too much.
I really did. I got to the point, when I got into the whole geoengineering and how to manipulate the weather, I actually got into even some research where it was found that they were generically trying to engineer babies at hospital, where the babies that were newborn, where they were taken to like whatever, at some point before they put them in the incubator, they would inject them with something that would somehow change the molecular structure of their sexual origin, something like that. It would change something from the males, to male to female, female to male, some shit like that. I also got to where they were actually pronounced babies dead when they were really not, bro, and they were just taken from the parents, use that and use those babies. And I saw videos, bro, that were undercover videos. They were kind of fucked up, but they were actually a table, like a metal table, and it actually looked like I'm sure you've probably seen like where they actually like cleaning chickens, plucking feathers, but it literally looked like that, but nothing but baby fetuses, bro. I'm not trying to be funny.
No,
yeah,
it was like baby fetuses. Just like shocked, like fuck.
They were. It is, bro. Like they were cutting like the umbilical cords and throwing them wild. They were just literally like flipping them over like nothing and like stabbing them to drain the blood out. Yeah, but they were starving like a baby fetus, stabbing to drain the blood out.
You saw that?
It was a video. It was an undercover. It was like a video. I guess somebody had like an undercover thing, and they were like while they were recording that, it was nothing but like people in nurses outfits and doctors, I guess, around. I don't know.
You saw the video voices.
It was a video, bro, and.
Was that on the dark web?
It really does exist.
Was that on the dark
web?
It
was an Orient website, bro. Onion website. That's what they call them, Onion websites. And it really is true that adrenochrome, that's where they get it from. That's why they were doing that. That's where they were getting the blood from those dead babies, fetuses, because they actually do turn that into serums, into potions, into shit that these high prize, celebrity people that can afford this actually pay to either drink that shit, to have that shit injected into their skin. Fuck Botox. These people are injecting human baby fetuses blood into their skin to make themselves regenerate themselves back to life, bro. How do you think these celebrities live so long? When's the last time you heard of a celebrity die from cancer? Yeah, when's the last time you heard of a celebrity die from cancer, from AIDS, HIVs, from that shit that supposedly there's no cure of? Like how many? When fucking Magic Johnson get aged? He's still around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why? Because he can afford. Because he goes to whatever he has to do. He goes to the rituals, he goes to the sacrifices, he pays his dues, man. I really believe that you go as far as how much work put in. There was an interview, and I believe this I may be able to find this video. I think it may be on YouTube. They actually did an interview of a retired, or I forgot what the word is, of a previous Freemason. And he actually goes a little bit more in depth as to how those people come into power and how small the circle is at first to get in there. The way he says is a lot of people in law enforcement are in that, and I believe it again because I was firsthand involved with the judicial system, and a lot of those motherfuckers, I could tell that they got pulled, man. I wouldn't even fuck with them. Some you're like, yeah, whatever, you're not gonna do shit, but some you could tell that they want to send you and get you locked away or get you deported to a country where you don't even belong, which they have done because of misplaced paperwork. Yeah, bro, they're assholes like that, man. If you don't cooperate with them, like they literally they can send you to a whole other country where you don't know anything of, and let the police for that country deal with you, bro. Like they have like so many ways they can fuck with you, man. It's again, I know I'm going back and forward, maybe jumping back and forth as far as the subject.
No, man, you're going.
But and that's what I was going at exactly, because I did go to a certain point deep enough to I learned it. I don't want to say it was 100% true, but at the same time, I don't preach it, because what we just talked about in the beginning, when you start to talk to the wrong people, you're gonna be the weirdo. Like, fuck, who's this weirdo talking about fucking controlling the weather shit? Yeah, man, adrenochrome. The shit that they put in the skies, man. I mean, there's really patents behind this shit, man. There really is like patents behind the whole law, the legislation of marijuana and the whole drug control. Dude, there's documentation on how it was the government idea. It was the U.S. government that let the whole drug epidemic start in the 80s and 90s, bro. They were in cahoots with the cartels. Now that I'm down here in Mexico, I mean, I'm not in life anymore, bro. I mean, that's why they led me to prison. But I still like, as far as talking with those people, but they really did have ties with cartels down here, man. The government, even till this day, there's people here that have, ties with the border patrols, and that's how you get people across the border, by paying them. They turn their face away, let them pass by with cargo, whatever it is. I mean, that shit still goes on. It still goes on, bro. Like I could tell you, like, at least 2-3 buddies of mine that have uncles or grandpas even that they have the ranches, and the ranches use as checkpoints to transport tons of shit. Like, literally, man, it's crazy. And I hear the stories. I've heard the stories because of the same. I get just as intrigued. You drink it with somebody at 2-3 in the morning with a grandpa that's a known like drug kingpin. You want to ask questions, and take advantage of the opportunity. Like, oh, bro, what have you seen? And he's showing us pictures, bro. Like, he's showing us pictures on his phone, literally tons of fucking shit, man. Like, of cocaine, whatever. I don't know, but I didn't get too much into the details of that.
Yeah.
Because when you get to once they show you pictures, like, no, I mean, he would tell us, but I don't recall. I don't want to make nothing up. I just remember him showing us pictures. Again, it was 3 in the morning. We were drinking.
Don't say no names and shit.
No, it's cool, man. As far as
but dude, you're in Mexico, bro. That's a whole nother. See, dude, like, I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you wanted to get into it, but
sure.
I just remember the very last time I talked to you, you told me that you were about to do a deal and you were going to stop. Next thing you know, you're gone, dude. And I was like, holy shit. They set Ulises up. And I don't know who told me. I think you told me. I think you told me. I don't know how I found out, but you told me that you got set up by some undercovers, right?
Yeah, man. It was an undercover. It's like, I guess we could get into it really quick. I'll try to give you a summary of it. So this was like maybe about when I was 18 or 19 years old. So at this point in time, I'm doing my thing. I'm going to my buddy's house to go watch a fight this night. And of course, I'm packing. I'm hustling. I'm, riding around. All of a sudden I get a phone call from this girl named Ashley, right? And I'm like, hello, and like, hey, Big U. At that point, it wasn't a surprise, random numbers to call, because I was hustling, and I would just tell, give me my number, man. I got it, man. So this chick Ashley, hey, remember me? And like, what's this? It's Ashley from Paramount. it was the call center that I worked at. And one thing about call centers, that's where it's at, man. You'll meet your connects for anything at call centers, bro. So, so I did, and I was like, yeah, I remember. So what's up? Hey, nah, we'll check it out. I tried to call. I was looking for some weed. I called Jessica. Jessica was my buddy's girlfriend which house I was going to. But she said that she didn't have none to call you. I was like, yeah. So what's up? Where you at? And anyway, so I ended up touching up with her again. And this was like maybe 2 years since I last talked to her. But I knew who she was. I met up with her, went to her apartment, and got the deal done. It was a little dime bag. She would just need some personal stuff. So anyways, we started doing that. She would call me like every other day, maybe like 3-4 times a week, for a half a dime, whatever. Well, we went like that for a couple of weeks, and then one time she called me for an order. I go and she tells me, hey, check it out, I'm kind of busy with the kids. Is it all right if my dude goes and gets it for me? I said, sure, no problem. I remember her, I trusted her, whatever.
Yeah.
So I pull up, I see this guy standing there on some, red Dickies, back in the day, how how the street look was, baggy shorts, baggy shirt, tattoos with the J's. I was like, okay, cool. I pull up, he jumps in, hey, what's up, man? My name's Johnny. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, my chick, she told you, like, yeah, cool, man, here you go. All right, man. Look, is it all right if I save your number? Because sometimes she'd be at work and I'd be needing it. Most of the time it's really for me. She just be doing me the favor. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Sure, no problem. Save my number. Here it is. And so he gives it to him. So I gave it to him. And that's it. So he starts calling me now. She's out of the picture for the moment. And same thing, calls me for some stuff. So I get a little trustworthy, at one night. I'm a little bit tipsy, so I used to do that. I used to just fucking drive around, smoke, didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And this time I get confidence, because we're doing good. And I go drop off some shit and I tell them, like, hey, man, sorry, look kind of red. So I tell him, hey, Sal, check it out, man. Help me out. I know you've been getting some stuff for me. So I got some weight. Help me get rid of it, and either break you off some money or some product, whatever you want. And he's like, all right, cool. So give me the prices. I told him the prices back. So he did that maybe twice. He called me for a QP maybe twice. And then this one time he said, can you bring a half a pound? I said, sure, what's up? Oh, it's over here at Walgreens, blah, blah, blah. Cool. He told me he was going to be for a friend of his. I said, all right, no worries. So I go. I meet him at the Walgreens. I can't remember the streets names, man. But it's Mercado and Airline. Mercado and Airline. I think there's Walgreens there. If there wasn't there, there isn't, there was. So I think I met him there. And I pull up. I see. He tells me the truck they're in. I look across. He's already in the back seat. I walk across two or three cars. I jump in this truck. What's up? It's like a white boy, with sunglasses. He's in the back seat, shake his hand and everything. I already had the thing between my waist. I take it out, throw it here. He's checking it out, gives me the money. I can't remember how much it was at the time, maybe $225, $250. I can't recall. So anyway, so I'm about to, all right, cool, man, I'm about to leave. But then he starts asking me questions like, hey, so man, how much more can you get? Is this good stuff? Shit like that. And I was like, man, we'll check it out, and it depends what you're looking for. Call me ahead of time. I can't guarantee. I don't have nothing like that on hand. Just let me know. All right, cool. Wait, what's your name? And he like, what the fuck? Like, I said, well, it's big you, man. Just talk to him, and because I had other shit to do too, man.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want to be in the fucking middle of the street, intersection.
Right, yeah.
I mean, trying to do all this bullshit. So, so anyway, so we get the thing done. I leave. And I get a little suspicious, as I'm later on when I make it home, and I start like, man, I start counting money, and I remember I found it, and I remember specifically because I got it, and he gave me the money folded a specific way. So that's why I was like, who's this 250 from, or who's this? I forgot how much it was, and I remembered, it was because of this. All right, cool. And then I start remembering, like, man, that's kind of fishy. So I call him up and I text him, hey, so what's up with your dude, man? What's up with your friend? Who is he? Yeah. And he tells me, nah, he's cool, man. I known him for a long time. He's from out of town. He just came to visit his family. All right, cool. That's what's up. Bet. So anyway, so now I keep doing. He calls me like maybe 1 or 2 more times. I get a little bit more trustworthy, and I tell him now that I'm about the other stuff, because I was selling coke at the time also. So I tell him, hey man, check it out. I mean, you've been helping me out a lot. Get moving this stuff. So what about this? Can you help get rid of this stuff? I show it to him. He said, oh yeah, man. How much? And I told him, well, look, 700. I give it to you for 6. You can make 100, or the same thing. I could break you off some product. You do what you want. So, all right, cool. Well, I'll let you know. And I guess that was what they needed to know. I guess with that, the next thing I know, I think that was maybe like on a Friday. He calls me that I believe, what was it? Monday. Yeah, he called me. Hey, yeah, it was right after that. He told me, hey man, you got a quarter, which was like a 7 at the time. Sure, man. What's up? Well, I got a buddy of mine, the one I told you about. He's coming back to town, but this time he wants to bring some of that. He wants to pick some of that stuff up and take back to Louisiana. That's what he told me. He said he was a contractor from Louisiana. He wanted to come to Corpus, pick up some weight, and take it back to for his workers, to for them to do work or whatever, for them to work for him. So that was the story. He said he wanted a quarter first to check out the quality of it, and then we talk business. I said, okay, sounds legit. He's been buying weed. Cool, let's go. This time I go, similar process. I knew the truck. I jump in the car. I give him the stuff. Then this time he's just asking a little bit more of a buying questions. You know, like to say, so hey man, so how much more stuff of this can you get? Is it all the time, or did you have it last time when you should have told me when you had it last time when we met with weed? Like kind of starting a conversation, like why the fuck would you want to talk to this dude's business or not, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, I remember we do the deal, 150. All right, I told him we look same thing. Just call me ahead of time. If you need it, we'll get it done. That's it. This was around a period, and we took off. This was around a period though when a lot of people were getting popped, bro. Like there was a lot of stings operation going on, not just with coke, it was with weed and all kind of stuff. So I wanted to make the money, man. At that time, I was living with a girl and her 2 kids. I was trying to just get out of the game already because I had just gotten out of doing the 3-month rehab thing behind the annex. There's like a right program. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I had, yeah, I did that for like 90 days. And so I was trying to stay legit, man. But again, I tried. I know I kind of got a little away from the story, but I was trying to do legit. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get a job. So I said, I made a deal with my girl. Look, let me start selling until I get on my feet, and then I'll stop. I mean, that's never gonna happen, bro. It's like, it really is true what they say. Once you're in the game, you're stuck in it, bro. There's only few ways out. And luckily I got the good end. Went to prison, survived, talking to you guys now. So anyway, so that happened, bro. So he calls me, I believe on a Wednesday. Yes, on a Wednesday. He tells me, hey, look, so he likes it. He's going to want 9. He's going to want a 9-pack, which is a quarter key. He's going to want a 9-pack, and he wanted Friday.
What does that mean? Like $900 worth?
Shit. Okay.
Does that mean
No, 9-pack is 9 ounces.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
9 ounces. A quarter
How much
key,
is that?
Yeah.
More
That's
or less. How much is that money-wise? Is that?
Back then, it was around maybe 4,000 to 5,000.
Damn.
Back then. Yeah, it was about four.
Damn,
I think it was like 4,000, depending. Yeah, it was at that time, because I think that that time the birds were going for like maybe between 15, 17. Yeah, we're towards the end when we were getting out, they were up in like the 20s. So it was like, man, that's where things were getting out of control. So, but anyways, that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He wanted to buy that amount. I said, well, cool. Well, and he did like I told him, call me ahead of time, and I'll see if I can set it up. So I started doing it. When I got to my source, he was like, man, he told me the same thing, dude. Be careful. They're popping a lot of people. They already popped John. John was one of our main sources at the time. He was like one of only 3 people out of all corporates that were getting more than 5 keys, because even that was
like a lot.
known.
Yeah, it's
like
not easy getting that much.
Yeah, and we knew who was getting what. Like when you get to a certain level, I mean, corporate is not that big. And first of all, I don't say any of what I'm saying right now bragging about it, because obviously I don't have much, if not nothing, to show for it. But yeah, I know at some point, bro, me and the people I used to work around with there, we did get to a certain point to where we knew who had what, we knew who controlled who. Even at that, when they arrested me, bro, they have me actually in documents. It is documented as having me as a possible associate, quote unquote, of the Mexican mafia. That's how like involved they were following me. That's how in depth they were like looking into us and the people that we work with at that time. So anyway, back to how I got popped. So the deal was that he wanted it Friday. I said, cool. So I'm working on to get it. I find this story out of that people are getting busted. So I said, man, fuck it. I tell my girl, I talk to her about it. She said, nah, don't do it. So I say, all right, scrap it. I'm not going to do it. And that's it, man. So come Friday, and I'm going to tell you from the beginning of the morning Friday. So I'm at this point, bro, I'm like maybe not even a month and a half, maybe like 5 or 6 weeks away from finishing 3 years probation. I was gonna be off paper, bro, nothing, scot-free. I just needed to do my last bit of community service, pay him like $100 and something, and I was gonna be it after 3 years, bro. So that Friday, my girl she goes and drops me off to do community service at the DPS office behind that Moody school, or there was a high school, I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember
where the DPS office is at. So I remember when she dropped me off. I remember this specifically. Whenever I go and register, so they were already waiting for us. I go register. I come back out as we're taking off. A helicopter's taking off from the DPS office. I know it's kind of random, but it all makes sense a little bit. I had to take off. All right, cool. That's kind of neat. So anyway, we go do a community service. I forgot what we had to do that time. I think we went to some fucking lot, some impound to go clean up some trash. I can't remember, but I'm not gonna make up. But it was some bullshit ass because it's the city shit. They wouldn't let me go to do my own community service because they busted me faking signatures and shit. So now I had to go to the city at the time. Yeah, they had to make sure I was doing them. Yeah. So obviously they picked the worst of the worst. So I go, and anyways, I go do my hours. So it's coming into the late afternoon. They go and drop me. They go back to the DPS office as I'm waiting for my girl. They drop me off. I go sign in my paper. I'm outside waiting, maybe like 10 minutes, maybe not even 18 minutes. The helicopter I see landing back in the DPS office. Oh shit, that's kind of crazy. So anyways, my girl shows up. I remember we go to my mom's salon for something. I can't remember. We end up going back home. During the drive, we started arguing about bills. Because again, I'm really not trying to sell no more. Really, I'm just doing it to get by. It's not really about coming up no more, because it's not just me. Now it's my girl and her 2 kids. So argument about money and bills come up. And I remember we went to go pick up the kids at school, and we took it to McDonald's. And right after that, and McDonald's is when the argument got a little bit more heated. And I just stopped talking to her. Whatever. Boom, stopped talking to her. Ended up going home. At that point, to back up a little bit, since the morning, that dude Johnny was blowing me up. But see, I had already decided I wasn't gonna do it. So I said, fuck it. So, but that dude was blowing me up, messages, calling me. I was just ignoring it. And I couldn't just keep that phone off, because that phone was like my moneymaker, bro. I can't even tell you how much money that phone number had. So anyway, I couldn't just turn it off. I had to keep it on. I just wasn't fucking with him. And so anyway, after this argument and everything, so he starts sending me these kind of like making me feel bad or making me look bad messages, talking about, man, I thought you were real. I thought you meant business. I thought you wanted to make money, this kind of shit. I guess you're fake, and I guess your people are fake. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I mean, we need money. I just had an argument with this chick. This dude trying to call me out. I'm gonna fucking do this deal. So of course I knew Connects. My homeboy didn't want to give it to me. I knew somebody else I could get it from. I told him, hey bro, look, check it out. I got this deal going on. We each make a couple $100, and everybody's happy. We'll take a cruise. Can you come through? How much you need? I told him what I needed. Let's roll. So again, I'm not talking to my girl. I don't tell her nothing. I'm waiting for like an hour and a half. While on this, I finally answer his messages. I tell him, let's do it. Let's get it done. Meet me at the same place. This is how much money. I'm gonna get it. Let's go. So that's it. I'm waiting for my guy to come pick me up. Finally, he shows up, and I don't tell nothing to my girl. I'm in an argument. We're fighting. Yeah. All I tell her is, I'll be back. She's like, where you going? I said, I'll be back and take care of something. And she seen me that, well, they were this, the guys came and picked me up. It was 4 of us. It was me. It was my friend Gilbert. He was the guy that did me the favor to go get the stuff. It was the driver. He would just get paid to drive. And there was a barber, and the driver's barber, he was just there just for the cruise, man. He was just there literally wrong place, wrong time. I feel bad for the guy. But anyway, so we take off. Again, I don't tell my girl nothing where I'm going or what I'm going to do. I just say, I got to take care of something. I got to go. And as we're taking off, well, this dude's bullshitting, man. I say, hey, you there? Whatever. Like, no, I'm still, because of traffic. And, at that time, I think it was like around 6, 5, traffic hour or whatever. He's just bullshitting me out traffic or whatever. And so we go to the Walgreens, not there. I said, fuck, let's go around Sunrise Mall. It shouldn't take us that long, because he said he's down. I forgot what he told me. He's probably like 8 minutes away. Slowly cruise Sunrise. By the time we go around, he'll be there. So as we're cruising around Sunrise, we got the windows cracked down because they're smoking weed. Again, I'm on probation. I'm trying to finish my shit, so I'm not smoking. That's why I told him to crack down the windows. I don't want the smoke to get in my lungs and fuck everything up. So as my homeboy Gilbert rolls down the window to blow the smoke out, he looks up and he says, "Hey guys, isn't that helicopter flying kind of low?" And like we're like, "What?" You know, and now you're tripping, bro. Like like it's just a news one. It's probably one of those news ones, bro. Just chill out. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, nah, stop tripping out, bro. So, anyways, well, he does the turn to where you can't see it no more. So now, as we're coming around the front where the Walgreens was at, now I could kind of see the truck. I could see the kind of truck of the guy. Hey, look, that's the truck. That's the truck. But the thing is, I don't see nobody in the truck. So I was like, oh, but wait, but not just go in front of it. Don't pull in the parking lot. There's nobody in there. But I'm calling, and first it was all messages. Now I'm calling this dude. Hey, what's up? What's up? He didn't answer twice. Finally, he did. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? I just passed by. Just waiting in the truck. No, yeah. We just got down to use the restroom real quick. Like, what the fuck? Like, like, all right, cool. At that point, I didn't realize it, bro. So I told him. But also at the time when he told me that, my friends were already getting suspicious too. We had already been driving around for about 15 minutes with 9 ounces of fucking cocaine, smoking weed, money, gun, fucking in the car. We shouldn't, in traffic hour. What the fuck are we doing in the street here?
Mm-hmm.
So he's telling me, where's this guy? Tell him what's up. Tell him what's up. And like, hey, so what's up, man? Look, we're gonna pull up here on this parking lot across the street. I think it was a Dairy Queen at the time, or some laundromat. And so we're gonna pull up right here, man. I'll wait for you. All right, we'll be right there. So we hang up. So we pull up. I step outside and I'm waiting. I go a couple of cars down the parking lot, almost in the middle. I wanted to be out in the open, so we could just get it quick. I get out. I smoke. I literally lit up a cigarette. Nervous as fuck, but really I'm just trying to play it off. I don't want to just be standing there with fucking brown bag in my hand, like that's what it was. And I light up a cigarette, and next thing I know, I fucking almost finished the cigarette, bro. It goes like 8-10 minutes while these motherfuckers do not shut up. Finally, my friend kind of does like a honk, said, fuck this shit. I'm not going to do it. So I start going back to the car. I jump in. He said, yeah, man, fuck this shit. It's too much. It's too long. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's roll. We start pulling out. As we're pulling out, this motherfucker's pulling in the truck, in the same truck. And I told him, hey, look, man, there's the money right there. We got this thing done. We're here. Let's do it. We could go ahead and go, or we could go back and get this money. What's up? Fuck. So he turns around. Let's go. Hurry up. All right. We park here, 2 cars, and then it was them. Homeboy Johnny got out the car really quick, and he sat in the front, kind of like a lookout. I waited like, what the fuck? Okay, he stood up. No, all right. So I figured out what he was doing. I put that thing in my waist. I get out of the car quick. I jump in his truck. So I was like, hey, what's up, man? Sorry about the wait. He told her, like, yeah, man, I thought you weren't gonna make it. He thought, all right, no. So I was just like, all right, sorry about that. Here you go. I throw it in the middle of the right here in the bottom console, and it was like, all right, all right. I remember he just looking at it, and it's like, all right, how much is this? I told you, man, the 9 ounces, and it's like, all right, cool. Well, look, let me check this out first. And he reaches back and reaches, I guess, for a suitcase, and then he opens up a little suitcase and he takes out a scale. This scale's brand new in the box, and I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And I was like, I'm gonna weigh it, man. I'm paying a lot of money for this. I want to make sure I'm getting what I'm getting. I was like, man, it's all there, man. I'm not gonna bullshit you, man. I don't do business like that. I mean, you can tell your boy, you can wait, call me later, we can do this. Oh, nah, man, I'm going out of town. I mean, this dude's relaxed as shit. I'm over here trying to do this fucking deal and everything.
Get the hell out.
So anyway, so he starts yeah, man. So he starts putting it on the scale, but it's one of those little bitty scales, and he's trying to weigh this fucking blocks of cocaine on this motherfucker, and he's, oh man, look, it's off. I was like, bro, it's not even on the other way. Look, and I kind of lose my temper. I said, look, man, let me do this. I put the little lid on it because you turn the lid around so you can make like a kind of tray so you can fit everything on it. I put it on. Look, there it is. With the bag, it's at 3 more grams. So there it is. Boom. All right, okay. Well, look, can you do something about the price, man? You had me wait, and all this. Like, oh fuck, you know what? You can take $50 for your gas, bro. I gotta go. I don't know if that was the code or I don't know what it was, but the next thing I remember is just hearing the tire screeching. All I remember is, and I turn around and I go, what the fuck? And I just remember, I can literally picture it like photographic memory of me. I go, what the fuck? I turn around and look at this dude, and his eyes are right here on the cocaine. His hands are on the cocaine. He's not even worried about it. And this is his exact words, exact reactions. Oh, man. Just like that, bro. Like, oh, man. Like, what? Like, the most fucking calm. Like, oh, man. And I'm like, what the fuck? By the time and I go like this, I try to reach in my pocket for my phone. The first thing I want to do is break my phone because that's where he has contacts, phone numbers,
Oh
pictures.
yeah.
But by the time I do this, it happens to be my arm in the perfect angle for them to put their arms into mine, hook me, open the door, throw me in the floor. I remember the fucking cop's footprint stayed on my white T-shirt throughout like 3 months in county. The footprint never got off because as soon as they threw me on the ground, Bass, don't move, don't move. The reason they came at us hard because we were also trying to sell a 9mm because we were trying to get rid of a gun. I think at the last minute that we didn't do a deal for the gun because the gun was a long ways the other side of town, and we said, "Fuck it, I wasn't trying to deal with it. We'll just get the money on this." So that's where they came at us hard. So once this happened, within 60 to 90 seconds, bro, there was like 4 unmarked cars. There was only one state trooper and only one CCPD car. The rest were unmarked cars. Within like not even again 60 to 90 seconds, that helicopter was right there. You can feel the fucking wind blowing on your face as it was right there. I remember looking up. I see one guy with a rifle, another guy with a fucking camera. I don't know if it was a video camera or just a picture camera taking pictures. Even security fucking mall cop or showed up, a golf cart and shit. Man, I remember it's one of the most like it's kind of I don't know how to describe it, humiliating, like belittling, like I don't know. Everything was going into my mind so much, bro. Because I'm there in the ground and I'm looking at my friends and they're all like, "Fuck, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it," and like all of them are tripping, bro. And I look over here at them, and I see that whenever they arrest him, I see them, they're letting him slowly get on his knees, and they put him face
Yeah.
down, and they put the handcuffs on him and all this shit. So, like, man, I'm starting to put two and two together. I said, fuck, yeah, somebody set us up. That's not one of the most fucked up thing, man. One of the most fucked up part things, if you recall, it was a Friday. So that was a Friday that the kids were going to go to their grandma's house. So they were waiting to get picked up. So where I went to get this deal, it was like not even that far from where my girl's house was at, where I was staying. So they take us out, they pick us up, they just take everything out of their pockets, do a little quick interrogation of us. Finally, this guy comes out and takes me out of the cop car and says, "So what's up, Big U?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." Like, you don't have to talk to me. I know who you are, Big U. He said, you think this is a coincidence?" And then he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." "Oh, you don't?" And then he closes the door. He calls the cop. Then the other cop gives him my wallet, and he starts. I guess he wanted to see my ID, and he got my ID, and then he said, "I guess you could tell." Okay, he kept it. And he said, "So yeah, so this confirms what we need to know." He said something slick. So he said, "Come on." So he takes me out. He puts me inside one of these unmarked cars. Man, I go in there. It's like a mobile fucking office, man. You got to talk about CB radio, screens, GPS. At that time, it was GPS. It wasn't that much phones or screens in the actual cars. It was still
Yeah.
too early for that technology, I guess. But yeah, man, I'm talking about it was everything, man. They had an arsenal in the back of guns, all kind of shit. The guy gets on. He tells me, "So, who's at your house?" And I was like, "Man, just my girl and my kids, but there's nothing there. You're not gonna find nothing there. But we're gonna find out. You better just tell us now where it's at." I was like, "No, there's nothing there." "Okay, cool. I'll take you there, but I'm telling you, I'm not the guy. I don't know what you're looking for." I was like, "We'll find out." So he starts driving. He starts taking me to the house. So as I'm pulling up, the kid's grandma had just happened to get there to go pick him up, bro. So the kids are coming out of the house with backpacks on. So this asshole, fucking badge, gets on his radio and said, "Somebody please stop those," I forgot what word, "they may be removing evidence from the crime scene." These are fucking 8-year-old kid and a fucking 6-year-old, bro. 13 and 6-year-old, I'm sorry. So this truck pulls up to the neighbor's driveway. While I'm seeing this, and I'm already telling them, "No, no, don't do that. They don't have nothing to do with this. They're getting picked up. Don't do this." And then like, he's paying no mind. He's just looking. He's like, "Yeah, please intercept them." I see a car, unmarked car, gets in front of the grandma, the grandma's car to prevent them from going. The guy gets out. He doesn't pull a gun out or nothing, but he already has one strapped around him. I seen that it was like towards facing the back. But then he had his hand on the gun. He was just, man, please drop the backpack, drop the backpack. Like one of the kids I remember seeing him ran to his grandma. The other kid ran to his mom. They just hugged them. Of course, they're fucking scared. This guy just pulled up with them with a fucking vest and a badge and guns and shit, talking about drop the shit. They're gonna be scared, bro. I just like fuck, man. That's one of the worst things right there that I felt, because those kids generally like already were calling me dad, looking at me as a father figure and shit, bro.
Jesus.
So anyways, I know it sucked, man. It was mentally fucking fucked up. I finally tell them. They take me out. As they taking me out, I see the neighbors opening their door. They're like, "Oh man, what happened?" And then I had to talk to them already. I lived there with her maybe about a year, so I knew they're an old couple, bro. She lived in a good neighborhood, like a block away from a school. I forgot, right there in McCardle. Anyways, oh man, what's going on? I was like, oh, just a misunderstanding. I forgot his name, Mr. something. I can't remember his name. It's just a misunderstanding, but please do me a favor, watch over her, help her out with the kids, please. Just take care of her for the meantime. Oh yeah, don't worry, son, we got her. It's like leave him. I remember he said, leave him alone. He's a good kid. He's a good kid, and like he didn't pay no mind. Cop took me inside the house. Oh no, before I went in there, I just told her my girl's crying. She's like, babe, what did you do? Babe, what happened? What's going on? I said, babe, don't tell them nothing. I already told them everything's mine. Don't tell them shit. Don't say nothing. So anyways, they take me in the house. I tell them why I had it. I only had a little bit of fucking cocaine. Again, I was nickel and diming it at the time. I wasn't trying to do shit. So I tell them where it was. I told them this is where it's at. And they said, well, where's the rest of it? There's not. Okay, we'll do this the hard way. They started searching the house, and there was nothing. I mean, they didn't find nothing at all. So one of the main guy comes in. I remember I'm already sitting in the bed. He just looks at me. He says, so can you help us get any more dope? Just like that. And I was like, man, I don't even know what you're talking about. You talk, yeah, straight up. He just said, can you help us get any more dope? And I was like, nah, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. There's no need talking to me right now. I said, okay, let's go. And they just started backpacking everything up. I told him, hey, look, man, do me a favor. Let me get some white T-shirts. I know the procedure, and I mean, I've been cooperating. He looked at that guy. He said, sure. And as I'm walking out, they let me put my shirts on. I'm walking out, and my girl is the one that said, can I please say bye to him? Can I please say bye to him? And the guy said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So the guy told me, all right, I'm on cuff one hand only, and I'm going to hang on to the other one. Please just don't do nothing stupid. Just say bye to them. And that's it. I said, all right, cool. So, he's hanging on to me, with one handcuff and one hand, but he lets me, hug my girl, tell her goodbye, tell her, who you need to call, things like that. One of the most fucked up moments of that part is that I never met the kid's grandma until that time.
Dang.
So I just remember turning around to want to say goodbye to the kids, man. And the grandma was just there fucking giving me the most meanest look, like, you piece of shit. If I could just chew up and piss, I don't know what the fuck, bro. And I didn't have nothing to say to her, bro. So I just remember looking at the kid, Michael, the older one. The older one was like, man, Ulises, why'd you have to mess up again? Because he had just gone through that whole time with me in the rehab place, bro. He used to go visit me with my girl. Like, they knew that I was already doing better. But he told me, man, why'd you have to mess up again, man? Like, why? It's like, man, it's a misunderstanding, Michael. And then the little one was just crying. He just hugged me, and then he just ran to his grandma. Dude. Anyway, that was the last time I seen them. Yeah, man, it was the last time I seen them. And again, they took us to interrogation room. Again, I remember just walking in. My home, they were already there. The other guys, and I remember this is when everything just came together, bro. They stopped me somewhere in the hallway to where my friend Gilbert was handcuffed, and I just remember he was like dry whispering to me, like you don't know me. He was dry whispering, you don't know me. He's like, say, you don't know me. You know what I mean? And I was like, dude, okay, what the fuck's going on? And I just remember this cop opens up the door to the office next to where he was at. And when he opens this door, the person that I see behind the desk like this, feet up on the desk, is the dude that I gave the dope to.
Oh my God.
The dude hand in hand. I seen it, and I guess he happened to see was because he just opened the door, and I happened to glance at it, because the door was one of those that you open and it slowly closes again, and I just happened to reach and say, who the fuck is this behind the desk? So I go and see, but I only happened to see like maybe for like less than a second until it closes. So I was like, what the fuck? And the close couldn't have been closed more than like 15 seconds, 20 seconds. The cop came out, but when he opened the door, the dude was not sitting behind the desk. because he wanted to make sure that if I didn't see him, if I did see him, that I did make me think that I didn't, or make it seem like not that he didn't
Yeah.
see me, but I fucking saw him, and it was a guy that I gave the dope to. So that's what happened, man. I got set up. It ended up being the last news of this story, the last tie-in, actually ended up when I was already in prison. I got sentenced already. They gave me my 10 years. I was in county actually, and I
So,
bumped into this cat. His name was Arnold Roger. Go ahead.
man, Ulysses, this is like super
Oh,
intriguing,
the
dude.
time, bro. Yeah, I see
Dude,
that, man.
no, but dude, I would seriously keep going. Like, I do not want to stop you. Like, I'm just listening this whole time. But my girlfriend's got me. I got to freaking run errands, and she's like, "Are you done?" I'm like, "Oh,
sure, man.
God. Dude, can we like make this
You
like
tell
a
me
two?
what? Yeah, man.
Can we make this like a 2-part saga? Like, because I still want
Dude,
to talk
let's
to you
make
about.
this. Let's just make this
Let's
a
make it like
saga,
3.
bro.
Yeah,
because
let's make it like 3 or 4, dude. Please, like,
I'm down, bro. When
I'll
do you
give you
have
the time,
time?
bro. Yes, next week. Let's do another one. I'll release this one, and then we'll do the next one. We'll make it a freaking saga. So that's a good stopping point. That's a good stopping point right there. Like, after all that shit went down, dude, that's so crazy, Ulysses. I finally get to hear the whole story, man. Thank you. Through the power of the internet, I got to connect with you again, man. And it's good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're out. That's freaking awesome, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Making the best of it, man.
Man, this is good to see you, bro. I'm gonna talk to you after this. I'm gonna message you and stuff, and we'll set up another one, man, and we'll keep going from there. We'll just pick up.
Oh yeah,
right where we
rock and
start
roll,
off.
man.
All right, man. Thank you, Ulysses. I'm gonna talk to you soon,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thank you.
You too,
Talk
man.
to you later, man. Okay.
All right, later, brother.
Okay. Bye.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Lizard News Network. Lizard News Network. Lizard